Now, I don't think I've been this excited about a protocol for some time. And the protocol I'm talking about is Bernard Bonds. Now, I got into this a couple of days ago, and I've got some more capital I'm about to deploy on this as well. Now, it's called easy button yield farming, and it's entirely transparent. You can track every single penny on DBank. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. The team is fully doxed. You've got AJ Brockman, who's behind DEXFI, who's behind Plasm, EMP Money, Fortune Fire again, which is another protocol I'm going to talk about at the end of this video. So if we just give it a quick read through here, yield farming made simple. Mint a bond and start earning real yield from fees on actively managed liquidity. No guesswork, just on-chain rewards with complete transparency. That's what I'm looking for these days. I want everything transparent. I want to be able to talk to the devs. I want to be able to jump on their live streams. I want to be able to jump on their telegrams and ask them questions. These guys are absolute OGs, and Bernard Bonds is built on the foundation of DEXFI, which has basically been around, I think, since 2021. Bernard Bonds has been printing since June of last year. So you can see here, I mean, I'd not heard about this until literally a few days ago when I was digging around. You know, I'm looking for more solid teams to support, basically. I'm sick of a lot of the stuff in DeFi, if I'm quite honest. And if we come down here, it really is as simple as they say. So I bought 36 bonds when the price was around $39. I look back at some of the old videos when the market was like topping out, when ETH was topping out, and these bonds were like over $200 each. So for me, I'm always looking for value, good quality entries, and this for me is absolutely irresistible. So anything, you know, even around $50 to me is an absolute steal. So I jumped in with 36. I've got probably another 36 to buy, so I want to get that up to about 3,000 by the end of today. So you can see here it's earning 74% APR. This is not a fixed APR, and I'm now of the opinion that anything that's offering a fixed APR is probably a Ponzi scheme, because you just can't. You cannot kind of navigate these markets with a fixed APR unless you're using new people's money to pay old people. So this will fluctuate. It will go up and down. Like the day I got in, it was 70%, I think. Yesterday it was like 80%. I've heard it's been up to sort of as high as 160% and as low as 30 or 40%. But it seems to average, from what I know, around sort of 70 to 80%, which is absolutely insane. I think we've all had our brains sort of melted by, you know, 1% a day and 7% a day, all this sort of insane stuff. This is real yield coming from real positions. So as I said before, it's based on DEXFI's battle-tested vault infrastructure. Let's just give this a quick read here. Gain effortless exposure to high-performance DeFi strategies delivering real, sustainable yield without complexity. Bernard Bonds are built on DEXFI's battle-tested vault infrastructure and optimized through precision-managed liquidity, smart entry and exit timing, and concentrated capital deployment. It's the easy button for DeFi. No more confusing schemes, just passive income powered by actual liquidity fees. Bernard Bonds, rescuing your portfolio from the DeFi trenches. Now, it is very, very easy to get involved. All you need is ETH on base. That's it. ETH on base, and you get paid out in USDC, which I love. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, you can click up here, and you can go and look at exactly what these guys are in. It's all on DBank. You can't hide on DBank. Everything is fully transparent, and as I said before, that's what I'm looking for. So you can look down here, and you can see the DEX bonds here, and you can see they've got 2.1 million on base, they've got 93,000 on BNB chain, 28,000 Arbitrum, and so forth. You can look at all of that, and you can click on all of this stuff. You can, you know, it depends how geeky you want to get involved. If you want to really go through it with a fine tooth comb, you can absolutely do that. So you've got their wallet here, and you've got the DEX vaults. Everything is fully accounted for. So fully transparent. As I said before, AJ Brockman is very well known in DeFi. He's never rugged. Nothing is ever rugged. This stuff is based on real yield. So if we pop back to Bernard Bonds, as I said before, you need ETH on base to get involved. And the other beautiful thing is, I felt a little bit underexposed to ETH. You know, I'm a lot more in Bitcoin and a couple of other alts than I am currently in ETH. So I thought this could be a really good way to expose myself to ETH and the potential, well, you know, depends where you think ETH is going to go. I mean, at the moment, under $2,000, you could definitely see that doing a fair few X's from here, considering it is like obviously the main alt, the number one alt in crypto. So you go in with ETH and you earn USDC based on the yield that they're getting from their vaults. However, if you want to sell your bond, you get ETH back. So if ETH triples, quadruples, whatever, from when I'm getting in now to when I want to maybe sell a bond, I will benefit from ETH's increase in value. So as I said before, I looked at old videos and this bond price was up at like $200 and something. That's when ETH was like all-time high. So right now, I feel it's a really good time to be buying these bonds. That's for me personally. I don't give financial advice, guys. This is what I'm doing. There's no referral on this. This is just what I'm doing. I'm sharing it with you guys. It's sharing part of my journey. Obviously, don't copy me. Always do your own research. But I've only been in a couple of days, and you can see I've only got, I put 500 in yesterday. I put 1,000 in the day before. So this is day number 3 for me. I've got another, probably 1,000 I'll put in today, and maybe another 500 the following day. We can get that up to around 3,000. I'll be happy, and we'll sort of see how that plays out. But it's just basically printing me USDC. So I've got another little wedge to put in there today, which I'm going to do later on. But you know, you can have a look around on the website. You can see the current value fund value is 2.5 million, and they've been a daily profit here. You can see what they've made from the vaults is $4,297, and we are just benefiting from that. If you want to sell a bond, which you can do at any time, by the way, this is not locked capital. You're not like, oh, you've got to be in for 300 days. No, you can take it out any time. There's a 10% exit fee. So, you know, for me, if I'm getting in with Ethereum under $2,000 and I want to sell some bonds when it, you know, or if it hits $5,000-$6,000 plus, then I will just pay a 10% tax when I withdraw. That 10% doesn't just go to the devs. It doesn't, you know, this is not a Ponzi. This is 100% real yield. That 10% stays in the protocol and obviously just helps pay out the people that have got the long-term vision. So I'm not saying don't sell. I'm just saying that it's a 10% tax if you do decide to sell, and that 10% stays within the protocol. Love that. So you can see all your metrics down here. You can see that I deposited basically it's 1,472. It's currently worth 1,503, so it's actually up from when I put the majority in a couple of days ago, and I'm currently at $35 up in my profit and loss. And these are the two deposits I made, and this is when I basically minted. So all you need to do is get some ETH on base. However you normally do that, you can use, you know, you can bridge it. I often use like Rhino. Where is it? I mean, there's loads you can use, but I've just out of habit I tend to use like Rhino.fi. You can bridge Ethereum from wherever to base. It's up to you. You don't have to use Rhino.fi, but that's just what I'm using. And you get your ETH on base in your wallet. You just put however many you want to mint. You have to have a round number. It has to make that. So I've got a little bit of extra ETH in there at the moment. Didn't quite cover a whole bond. So when I add more, I'll just add as many as I want to add, like that. And you just press mint, and that auto stakes it in the NFT farm, and you start earning USDC from day one. So not only are you benefiting from holding your Ethereum, because you get Ethereum back at the value it is, you're also earning USDC as well from the real yield from their positions. So I wanted to give you guys a quick overview on Bernard Bonds. I'm very excited about it. I have heard of DEXFI before. I know DEXFI has been around since 2021, but Bernard Bonds is like a super easy version of that, where you can just come in, mint the bonds, the NFT bonds, stake them, start earning, and it's all completely transparent. So massive shout out to AJ and the team, and I hope to do some more Bernard Bonds updates going along. I definitely will do, in fact. But one thing I want to mention before I go is from the same team, you've got Fortune Fi. Now this has only been out, I think, 4.5 weeks. I heard about it last week, so I joined up using the link that someone sent me in Telegram because I didn't know it existed. But this is the Fortune Fi. Basically, it's a DeFi lottery. Again, from the same team, entirely transparent, and this is the current jackpot. So basically, the jackpot is coming from when you buy the tickets are utilizing the Bernard Bonds DeFi vault. So it's real yield coming for the actual jackpot. And there's more ways than one to earn. So you've got some different side pots and stuff like that. You can enter with Ethereum on base or USDC on base. I bought a couple of tickets last week on Friday. The draw is every Friday. So you've got 3 days, 9 hours to the next one. It's super simple. You can just buy as many tickets as you want. And you also, if you buy one ticket, basically, or one ticket or more per week, you get onto a streak. And what that means is that after 1 year, the tickets are $2, by the way. After 1 year of buying a ticket every single week, you get buy one, get one free the following year. So you can see down here, streak bonus explained. Each consecutive week you play improves your bonus rate. So you can sort of, you're hedging for the following year just by buying a $2 ticket a week. So what I love about it is it's entirely transparent. You can view this on DBank as well, so there's no hiding, and it'll tell you where the draw is. And there's also, if we come down here, they've got a few other things going as well. You can gift tickets as well, by the way, guys. That's something you can do easily. If you go to my stats, you can see here 2 tickets purchased, and I didn't win, but that's fine. So we've got the weekly side pot. That's another way of winning. That's split between 10 random winners. So obviously the more people that enter, the higher that pot is. So the 10 winners are currently going to win around $13 each on that as well. They give away a free ticket as well. And you've got the monthly whale pot. So if you spend $100 or more in that month, then you get into the whale pot, which the odds of winning on that are pretty good as well, because at the moment it's only 5 weeks old, so you've got pretty good odds of winning that if you're spending $100 in that lottery. So I'm definitely not going to be doing any other normal lottery. This is the only lottery I'm going to be doing on a weekly basis because it's DeFi. It's a DeFi lottery. The team is absolutely solid, and I love where this is going. So this is getting some really great early momentum. So I cannot wait to see kind of what this jackpot is looking like, in the next sort of couple of months. And I've got to mention as well is, as you'd expect from a team like this, they're using Chainlink to do the draw, to the verification. So it's absolutely 100% legit. They're not just picking their best mates. This is Chainlink. You can't go wrong with that. And I'm bullish on Chainlink as well. So it does have a referral scheme as well. So of course, if you want to support the channel, then obviously you can use my link if you want to. I've used the link of someone who sent me this information. Anyone who provides me value, I like to use their links just to give them a little support as well. So I will leave my link in the pinned comment if you want to check that out. But big shout out to AJ and the team for both of these, for Bernard Bonds and for Fortune Fi. And it's awesome to be doing content and supporting real builders in DeFi. So I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing day, whatever you're doing. Stay bullish, and I'll see you all in the next video.